Did you know you can get free Golden Eagles for War Thunder? Download the app and use my referral code for 10 extra Golden Eagles. Check it out for yourself. Link in the description. Okay, I love Phantoms. Not in War Thunder, but I love Phantoms. I think they're really cool and very iconic. But in War Thunder in 2023, the F-4E is not exactly what it used to be. The F-4E's battle rating is currently sitting at 11.0. And at 11.0 you get a lot of down tiers, but you also get a lot of up tiers, which are not pleasant. Before I talk about the matchmaker though, I want to talk about how these weapons stack up against what everything else has in this day and age. So what kind of weaponry does this thing carry? Well, you get a Vulcan, 4 AIM-9Js, and 4 AIM-7E2s. Oh, and those AIM-7E2s are paired to a radar that is not pulse Doppler, which is kind of a detriment. Anyway, I want to start with the Vulcan. The Vulcan is not nearly as good as it once was. I feel like you have to dump so many rounds into people for this gun to actually kill them. The Vulcan used to be one of those guns that I would prefer over anything else at top tier, but now I pretty much prefer anything else except the Vulcan. Oh yeah, and then one minor complaint that's basically just completely opinion based. The current sound that the Vulcan has sounds awful. I can't stand it. It makes my ears bleed. And with how many times and how often they changed it, I'm surprised it stayed this way for this long. And as far as the rest of the armament goes, you get 4 AIM-9Js and 4 AIM-7E2s. The AIM-9Js are not that great. They don't pull that hard relative to most of the other missiles that are at this battle rating now. And they don't really have the range that I feel like they probably should. I feel like they have the range of an R60 now, which is not ideal. And then of course you have the AIM-7E2s, which the missile itself is fine. It can be outpulled relatively easily by most people. And compared to all the other SAR missiles that you're going to see most of the time, they aren't that great. Especially when you consider the fact that the F-4E's radar is very easily fooled by chaff. I guess what the F-4E lacks in quality, it makes up for in quantity. No, that's a stretch. Not really. Now, the matchmaker, the F-4E in 2023 is kind of friendly sometimes, but also most of the time not. Like some videos I've made in the past, I kept track of all the games I played and what game or what BR each game was. And in my first like 10 games, most of those games were a max BR of 11.3, which honestly is a great matchmaker for this plane. But as I continued to play it, I continued to get more and more full up tiers to 12.0. Anyway, here are the results if you want to look at them yourself. It's notable, I guess. Now, what are those games actually like? I only had one full down tier to a 10.0 to 11.0 game, and I got one kill and then got team killed. Not the ideal scenario. But I got quite a bit of 10.3 to 11.3 games. Those games were actually pretty fun, and it's a pretty solid matchmaker for this plane. But then there are those 12.0 games. Those are not fun. You get out everythinged by literally everything. Obviously, in those top tier games, this doesn't mean you just can't get kills, because after all, the name of the game in high tier War Thunder is just killing people who aren't paying attention and then make sure you are paying attention. Okay, I should probably talk about Agile Eagle. So the F-4E Phantom has the Agile Eagle upgrade, I guess you would call it. Basically, all this means is that it has leading edge slats, so you can pull quite a few more Gs, especially when you're low on fuel and you fired off all your missiles. This thing actually pulls really, really hard. Of course, it's still a Phantom though, and you're going to bleed all your speed very, very quickly. And of course, in an up tier 12.0, you're still going to be out everything, so it doesn't really matter that much. Now, should you play the F-4E? Honestly, it's a plane that I think if you really like the F-4E, yeah, sure, go ahead and play it. It's just, you should know going into it, it's not exactly the best thing ever, and the majority of your games still are up tiers. To be honest, the whole reason I started playing it again because I wanted to see if it would get a lot of down tiers, because I haven't really played 11.0 since 12.0 was added to the game. Unfortunately, I was a bit disappointed. Yeah, down tiers happen, but just not as much as I really hoped. Alright, that's all I got to say about the F-4E. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.